yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to fix this, but I've got... Oh. The camera's not even working. Pardon me for a second. I've got this iPad so I can monitor the freaking chat, but I can't figure out how to make the screen stay up. So, it's not screen time. Don't touch that. Finish setting up your iPad. No thanks. It's already set up. Let me Google something. Because Googling something is content. I already thought I had it figured out. Please tell me that's not that bad of a freaking... Is it that bad a quality on the stream? That sucks. No way. It says excellent, no recommended changes. Display and brightness, that's what I gotta look for. Display and brightness, baby. Crank the brightness and never lock and unlock. Let's see. All right, maybe that'll work. All right, put this maybe here so I can see what's going on. Then maybe I can respond to chat. Let's see. This is the first time I've done this, so. I've been setting it up all morning, and it turns out I still need to be setting it up. So, Alright, should be able to see that. So yeah, this is the setup, right? I have like this tape marked out so I know where I have to stay with my art, to stay inside of the marks. Inside of the actual video rather, not the marks. I stay inside the marks to stay inside the video. And it seems kind of goofy, but I have like all these paints around me are not intended for like this kind of fine art stuff. They're more of a, they're for models, they're for like miniatures. I have like a hair stuck in this? Really? Really? Hoping that would grab it. Never had to excise a hair from my card before. The microphone is picking something up, so hopefully it's picking up enough. It is kind of far away from my face, so you tell me. There's also a light buzzing behind it, which is exciting. So I have all these paints everywhere that I can choose from. It never seems to be the one I need. I need like an orangish one, and I don't really want to mix, but I will if I have to. The problem with working with opposing colors like this so early is they're going to screw up my palette if I don't watch it, because I've got a bunch of greens and blues on there. That's a decent color. I just need to block in like some coral and stuff. I had this reference for coral up and it looked pretty cool, so I did a quick sketch of it and now I'm going to try and recreate it, but I wanted to do it in a bright color first and then tone it way down. So you might recognize this card as Tentacruel, right? Gosh, now I had to think. I painted over it, so I can't remember what it's called. And I came late to the Pokemon game, so I'm gonna paint like a little coral hill over here before I add more cool stuff to it. And I'm not going to try and smooth any of my brush strokes out. I really want people to know that an artist was here. I'm not trying to make like a photographic representation of anything. Recognizable? Yeah. So basically I'm just as messy doing traditional work as I am working traditionally, you know, digitally versus traditionally. Got my water next to me. Sometimes I gotta let the paint dry a little bit before I start messing with it again. I'm gonna do some bright colors in here, nobody panic. It's weird, my hand is super tired and I don't know why. Hey Tyler. Another streamer. How you doing? You're a game streamer, which is pretty awesome. I'd try that if I was any dang good at games. Gotta look up some reference real quick. It's tricky because my iPad is monitoring the stream. My phone is videoing this thing. So I have to reach way over here and Google stuff like coral reef. I had some stuff up earlier and it was amazing. It's easy to get distracted. Okay. There are these cool like reachy things. Ooh, wait. At some point I want to put a bunch of fish in here. Alright, I know what I'm going to do. I know. There are these crazy big, they're kind of smooth looking, but they're got squiggly bits all over them. You'll see. You'll see what I mean. And I need this to be darker than what I'm doing, but I'm going to start with just a big colorful blob over here. I think it would be cool to visit a coral reef. They just seem so kind of outlandish. I don't know if I could do it though. I don't know if I could swim there because, you know, if I see a shark, I'd just die. This needs to be more yellow. Give me some yellow. Yeah, these little paint pots, they're totally meant for a different kind of painting. What's interesting about them is the pigment size is so small that it kind of works out well for this kind of thing. It covers in a really kind of pristine way, which is helpful because I just kind of slam it with color. I really am not careful at all. Sometimes you have to turn the work. Right now I'm working with this thing really far away from my face, which makes it kind of interesting. I want this all to be kind of squiggly, which makes it kind of interesting because I'm working with mainly shapes at this point, no detail. Okay. Yeah, I think I'd die if I saw a shark. I'd be constantly on the lookout. Let's see. The funny thing about underwater stuff is, especially like with strong sunlight, if you're anywhere near the surface like a reef is, you're not going to have a lot of light. A shadowing, rather. You're going to have a ton of light everywhere. It diffuses it in all directions. So I'm just used to being able to guess where light is and throw like huge amounts of light in a place. I'm going to mix some of this in. Yeah, I mix right on the thing sometimes. I like how this is right here in the corner, but I don't like how much attention it's grabbing, so I'm going to have to tone this down in a second. What I do want is to see more of this. Let's try and, is this dry? No? I know. Let me switch to something. I'm gonna actually put nearly pure white on the palette. Yikes! Oh, that's really thick. Anyways, I don't know if I want to use that. Wow, my white is suffering. You know, I don't care how many types of, or tones of, or hues of color, rather, I get. I never feel like I have enough. Something taller over here. Sometimes it's good just to bring in colors from elsewhere so that it's not too you don't have like big weird localized chunks of color. I'd really like to and I'm gonna go for it. I'd really like to create like the bubbles and things that are, you know, when you're cruising through water. So I'm just gonna go for it. Usually these kind of bubbles come with like fast movement or breathing out underwater, but I know Tentacruel doesn't breathe out underwater. Okay, I wanna being underwater and looking up has these really cool shapes. I've been doing like a few of these Pokemon cards of actual Pokemon, but there are other things like energy. And I've seen people do stuff with these cards, but I've never seen anybody paint any energy cards. I need to look it up. I was thinking, what can I do with that? Nobody paints the energy cards. Let's tone down some of this pink. Because while Coral Reef is really bright, this feels a little much. At least for now. I lost what I was going to do. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, jeez, where is it? here where it's harder to see. Oops. I'm just going to grab some really bright real quick. Sometimes I have to push it, just goose it a lot in order to really see what I'm doing. What's missing down here color-wise? I feel like more reddish violet maybe. Yellow is awful. There was an adage early on in art school that one of my professors drilled into our head. Sorry. Yellow won't cover and you can't cover yellow. Which is not strictly true, but it's something to help you remember that if you're going to rely on something being yellow in your composition and it needs to be good in yellow, you have to get it early on. Otherwise you'll never really see it. It'll never materialize. Well, I'm kind of using that to my advantage here right now because I didn't really want this to be pure yellow, but I need it to be highlighted. I'm going to cover up this part though. But as soon as you add blue to it, it'll cover better. You know, you'll get a green. Just the pigments, little known fact, the pigments in yellow are some of the most expensive. At least they were when I learned about pigments. Some of the most expensive because to stay color fast and good looking. So they put less of it in the medium of most yellow paints, which is a lot of the reason it doesn't cover. Otherwise you'd pay, you know, like triple the amount for one tube of yellow when you go to buy paints. Of course, the more orange it gets, the easier it is to cover with it. I kind of wanted to put a... Oh, I remember what I was going to do. These guys. Yeah. I like those ones that kind of look like tubes. Need a lighter. Oh yeah. A lighter blue. I shake the whole table when I shake paint. That's really... Alright, I got some bright blue. Okay. I wanted to do... Where'd it go? Oh shit, I just lost my reference. Okay. Dawns on me now, I won't be able to monitor the multi-stream chat on that. Shit. These ones kind of look like they're reaching leaves, like leaves that are kind of poking up in all directions. They are not leaves, they are just the tips of these questing finger type things. I need to get some of those paints in a little bottle that squeeze out like this. Like this. But all I have is like clear varnish and stuff, and matte varnish. This would be so much easier, but Lord knows I don't want to switch types of paint this late in the game. Gosh, this white is jacked though. Looks like crap. Obviously that wasn't ready yet. My orange is actually just a weird brown. Besides my nephews, my first real reaction with Pokemon people was I was working at a retailer, a game retailer, and we had in stock, of course, Pokemon cards. And at the time, Pokemon hadn't whoever publishes Pokemon, actually, I have no idea, had not wised up to the idea that foil cards way more in those days than other cards, and so these just fat old 40-year-old dudes rolling up in there with little scales, and they'd put them on the counter and complain that I said no, you can't do that, and it was just weird. It was just like I was fighting these adult men because they were wanting to cheat the system. They would use these little scales and they would weigh them, and if they came up slightly heavier, they would put that aside because they knew that there would be foiled cards in there, and at the time the foiled cards were worth considerably more. Yeah, extremely frustrating. Like, I should not have to argue with grown men about collectors' cards for kids. I say for kids, but here we are. I actually had some really strange experiences working at the store. There was a guy who would come in every once in a while when the weather was really bad, and he did not have a home, and he kind of lived on the streets of Colorado Springs. And we called him Bloodbeard because he looked like a pirate, and also like sometimes he had like red, I don't know, coming out of his mouth. It was terrifying. But he would get violent occasionally, and I mean, I wasn't trying to be a hero, but I'm really not easily pushed around. And so I'd toss him out, and one time I tossed him out, and he went behind that game store that I was working at and got into a fight with the church. When I say got into a fight with the church, I mean he started punching the brick walls of the church, and he didn't, I mean, like, he wasn't like, oh, that hurt, and he backed off. No. He just continued to fight the church. Eventually, he gave up and started yelling at a car that was sitting there, and it was very strange. It was very strange. You know, to say that he got in a fight with a church brings up all kinds of, like, you know, memories of people trying to stand up for science back in, you know, early astronomy days and whatnot. And, oh, they fight the church for... Nope, he literally fist fought the church. Hey, Michael, how's things? You were within spitting distance of knowing who Bloodbeard was back in the day. I don't know if you ever went to the game store at the time. Can you hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. The mic is much further away than I like it to be. Ooh. I'm about to type into the window. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm gonna type it in. Can you hear me? And then just be lighthearted about it. I need something tall to stand up back there. Really would like something more violet colored, so I'm gonna do it. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I want this. I think my camera froze. Maybe not. Good. Okay, so that's a pretty dark violet color. Violet is, or purple or whatever, is another one of those colors that exceedingly difficult to cover, but easily covers other stuff. Where was that? Oh, I had a picture of something that I wanted to do. I lost it. Honestly, it was like long tenderly. Oh, yeah. There we go. It wound up being more pink than violet. What do I do? What is awesome wash hands? What the heck? A little bit of reachy stuff. This is kind of what I wanted. Because I'm going to wind up putting a lot of color in the foreground, but it would just really be nice if there's something that would reach with a little contrast over here. In fact, I really wanted to go higher. Turn it upside down real quick. Thursday, my dudes. I keep thinking it's just like Tuesday. I was so out of it yesterday. I got my Johnson & Johnson shot on, oh gosh, what was it? On Tuesday. And so yesterday, I felt like somebody just kicked my ass. It was pretty bad. I mean, almost 100% today. It was just weird. So that was my body saying, oh, hell no, and then fighting off whatever was messing with me, which was, we know, something having to do with COVID-19. I just want the tips of these to be, or the tops of these. Oh, I don't want it pink. Stop. As I dab pink on it. Kind of getting these believable forms is the difficult part. But luckily, we don't spend a lot of time in a coral reef, so we don't really know. It's kind of hard to fact check me. Hey, Irvandi, I apologize if my chat is not working. I see you on there, but I don't see you anywhere on the others. So, yeah, thanks for stopping by and sharing your awesome wash hands emote. Time for some brighter colors. Hey, it's Noah. Noah's back. Noah, if I miss your chat, it's because it's way back there. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think I've ever painted a coral reef before, so yeah. I have painted a few Pokemon cards, but never on a coral reef. I did a Shelder, and he was just in a bunch of... This here is like Zubat. It's one of my favorites. Oh, I don't think I have the others because they got bought. They got purchased. I do some magic cards too. Check this out. Oh, wait. No, I have this Cloyster. I have done underwater stuff. So that's the normal Cloyster. Where's the other one? It's cool to kind of set them side by side. I have done, what do you call it? Like, yeah, coral reef type stuff before. Oh, yeah. I have them side by side. I don't even know why. Ah, it's hard to pick them up sometimes. Sometimes I don't paint the whole thing, but I paint Venom Pikachu because I thought that was pretty funny. Just had to meme it up a little bit. Sometimes, okay, I don't paint the whole card, but I paint. See how I continued the mountain, you know, like the cliff that this dude's riding on. I never finished it, but I like the idea of it. It's just most people aren't really into doing this with magic cards. They're more into Pokemon cards. See how I continued the brick down the sides? And then made whatever tree this is, like, decently skull-like. Yeah. Hey, lesson learned, I just put yellow in the water up here. I guess I'm gonna have to do it again. It winds up looking fairly green. I'm going to go pretty hard with the white here, because I got to join up with that one. Y'all remember when Pokemon was canceled? Because they had psychic powers. That was the best. This is where it starts getting tricky, because I'm pretty much using pure white for this. Kind of looks like he's flying through the air. Not intended. I wonder if I should make some in front of him. Not these, but something in front of him. I almost grabbed purple and put it in the water. That would have been sort of hard to work around, maybe.
Well, you remember that game Noita?
Yeah.
Supposedly there are like innumerable secrets in the game, including like the whole, if you delve deeper and deeper into the earth, it's like half the game. That's only half the game. The other half is like up the mountain that totally doesn't look like you should be able to get up. You have to like get through like
Yeah, something's still a little weird and washy and bleh about all this down here. So
there's like secret alchemy in the game randomized every time.
I want it to be a little crisper, which means I probably have to grab more white. There's no texture, so I'm gonna build in a little texture with white, and then I'm gonna try and wash over it.
Insane! You've lost your way half your game behind the scenes. Why? I'm blown away with it. Pretty.
That's like.
Normally you're supposed to paint the background first. I'm kind of injecting background into it. Rob Coach. What's up, man? I'm painting Pokemon cards. I know, it's a little hard. It's a departure. Fact is, I've done it before a few times. Some people hire me to do it. I'm sort of amazed Rob came in here and didn't type the word orcs. He almost always does. It's his calling card. It's his trademark. Who are you, and what have you done with Rob? Switch it like that. It's kind of hard to paint this far away from my face. Just gonna aggressively highlight these real quick. Probably need to start another one. Sometimes you gotta step away from one. You know, you've been working on it too long. You're grown accustomed to looking at it. Got some cards recently. My wife bought them for me. I know. I was thinking about doing Dino. Look at that sky. Of course, I'd be covering up the sky because, you know, I'd have to redo it. Look at that Sneasel. I've thought about doing something like that in the past. Like, what could I do with that? And nobody ever does like great balls or energy. This guy's gross. I don't know what's up with that guy, but he's gross. This dude, you can make him just like running across like rock platforms, just storming across them, paint all the different platforms, and then like it would be just sky underneath him. Or water, I suppose you could do water. I'm gonna kind of get tired of water if I don't switch it up a little bit. Scyther's one of my favorites. It would be kind of fun. See, look at how green that card is. Like, what if it was actually like red around him, or fiery? That would be awesome. I would have to. I would have to figure out a couple things. I would have to figure out how to. I would paint his big claws, like not claws, but blades. Go like this. I would have to paint those blades. And then I have to figure out what his feet look like. I don't remember. Because I would complete his feet. Complete feet. And paint this whole background like red and lava. And you know what? I really want to try that one. That one looks like it's going to be hard as hell. So if it's hard... Oh, I can't get this card out of here. You know how you can't like grab? Yeah. I'm going to do Scyther. I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to do Scyther. And it's going to be awesome. All right, break time achieved. I was looking at this guy a little bit. Man, look at this. That fingernail is longer than all the rest of my fingernails. I don't know why that happened. That's why I keep fingernail clippers. You can hear me clipping my fingernail currently. Isn't that amazing? Yep.
Oh.
It's good content. This is content, okay?
Achievement.
Hey, Kingsley. How you doing, King? I currently clipping a fingernail. That's how I roll, okay? Howdy indeed. How are you? I'm doing something different, okay? Okay. I'm drinking this crap. Can you even see past my microphone? Just
No.
realized, no. I cannot see past your microphone.
No.
I'm gonna move the microphone. This is because this is like a temporary setup. I'm drinking this crap. I do not recommend it. It is bubbly. Manga. No, it's mango flavored, which mango is deceptively disgusting.
It is so gross.
I hate it so much, but yeah. But tell me if you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me. So this, I have to figure out what the feet of Scyther looks like. Let's see. Scyther feet. I am the first person ever to Google that. All right, I figured it out. Nobody panic. All right, let's do some drawing on it first. Here's hoping that these pens work. I'm just going to freehand down here a little bit. I'm going to move my tentacle. See, this is my tentacle I just did. Tentacruel. He's done. Or for the most part. I'll sleep on it. So I'm going to wind up continuing his blades because currently they get kind of cut off by the card. It's the nature of full card art, trying to envision what it would look like if it went the whole way out. I really kind of do want a pencil for this. Ooh, what am I thinking? I'm asking for it. I think that one will work. It's like the outline of the foot. I just have random crap sitting around that I draw with. This is not like a pen that I use for Pokemon cards. You know, it's not like I have like a whole kit set aside for this crap. No, I just sort of do it. And it looks like it doesn't smear. A little bit picked up, but let's just let it dry a little bit.
So we got our shooters to work. But the problem is, I won't be able to use them. Because of... Come on, first get out of the way.
Marlton is raiding? What? How is Marlton doing? Marlton, I'm doing different stuff. I know, full art Pokemon. I just did my Tentacruel. So like, you know, I should take pictures of this stuff before I finish them, but like, wow, the colors look really weird, don't they? Man, when I took off for lunch a second ago, is that better? I hit something when I turned this back on, and I feel like I'm 100 years old because I can't figure out what I changed. Cyberhook. Tell me about Cyberhook. Oh, here, look. I did him a while back. That's just silly, but it was fun. Cyberhook. Come on, it's like a thing. It's a meme. It's a meme like this guy. Where's my dusty Deadpool Pikachu? I did one of him once. As you were. Tell me about Cyberhook. I'm going to get some different paint, paper, in my palette. This is what a wet palette looks like. This here is paper towel, very sophisticated, and this here is butcher paper, so very sophisticated as well. Keeps your paint wet. Brilliant. Okay, I'm gonna want to mix up some kind of warm red for the background of this because I'm gonna make him like in a red, like bursting energy field, maybe just like, you know, shooting out fire all around him, just because I can. And how do we make gray? Red and green. Cyberhook is a game where you're inside a computer or something. You're swinging around clearing levels. It's a game about speedrunning. Oh my gosh. I'm in the top 100 in the US for like half of the levels. What? I'm in the top 100 worldwide. You should be streaming that. Maybe you have. Last I saw, you were not streaming that. This red is severely bad. Look at how dry it is and messed up. Rip the red paint. Sandy, how are you? Good morning. Oh, I got a follow from Sandy. That means a lot. Thank you. It really does. We can hang out and talk more. Normally I don't do this, Sandy. This is like a new thing for me. I do a lot of digital art, so right now painting Pokemon cards. Well, I've done this before. I just never done it on stream, and it's kind of got its challenges. My setup is not normally like this. Check this out. It's like Christmas. It's like Christmas, but check it out. When you mix complementary colors, turns into a gray, which, depending on if you have more green than whatever, this is a slight. Remember how I wanted a warm gray? Well, this is just like a really warm. I'm gonna add more green, maybe some blue. Not being able to undo, big oof for me. Yeah, tell me about it. I've run into so many problems. Let me put a different kind of green in here. On the last piece, this was here, Sandy. I don't know how long you've been chilling. That is my Zubat. Some weird coloring there. The coloration is weird. I just feel like these look so different in real life. And there's my Tentacruel that I just did. I just added like all the water and stuff, but this one's going to be different. This one, I'm going to extend his toes out, his blades out, and I'm going to make the background not green, because he disappears into that, and I object. I object! Oh, you came in with Marlton. Marlton, thank you for bringing Sandy in here. Were you watching him speedrun Cyber Boy game? I already forgot what it's called. Cyberhook, I remember now. Cyber Boy game. What the hell is my problem? Shut up.
Gotta admit, pretty funny.
Shut up. Gosh, I need a lot more green to make this right. Check that out. This is like just way too warm. It actually still looks red. Negative. So I'm gonna goober out a whole bunch of this. No, this isn't the right way to do things. I do things very dumb. Like, my art professors would probably want to hang me for this.
Oh.
They're like, what is his problem? See, if I make a continuum of paint, more green over here to more red, maybe I'll be able to, Let's see what I can do. This is where it gets like, I'm just gonna paint. This is the boring part. It takes a couple coats to cover all the words and stuff. But it's like building a house. The foundation is ultra important. If I don't get this right now, I'll hate myself later. And I just kind of like feather this out. I just like big swipes like this, because I find that, those big marks like that are better than little fiddly ones this early on in the game. Bet you didn't know this was a game. Cyberboy. Best game NA. I have all the records in what am I doing over here? In Cyberboy game. Is it good graphics, or is it one of these like, I shouldn't like besmirch them, because I play Valheim right now, and Valheim has some pretty, rudimentary graphics. Obi and I play that. But I really want stuff to be like really great graphics sometimes. So Sandy rated you, so that means Sandy has a channel themselves. What's your pronoun so I don't screw it up? Super synthwave, huh? Super synthwave. Synthwave, I associate that with a sound, and so I'm not necessarily a visual. It's alright, I can hang in there. I'm going to do the whole background, I think, first, and then they have a... Oh, they're part of B42. Right on. I got to raid with them a while back, like last week. It had been a while. Oh, you know what I didn't draw in here? The wings. Here we go. Scyther has wings. Right here. Okay, this pen is dry. Why? Why do I even own this pen? This is a Darth Vader mug. You can't see it, but it's a Darth Vader mug. full of pens. Darth Vader's full of pens. And this one kind of just disappears behind, I don't know. I'm just going to draw a line around Scyther's head real quick. Synthwave has aesthetic to it. Super retro VHS style. Oh, right on, yeah. Yep. Techno music. Purplish blue. Yeah, okay. It's like my childhood. Gotcha. You should have just said, Bob is your childhood. Oh, okay. Only the best money goes into my brushes, guys. Scepter Gold. I don't even know. Let's see. If it has a sticker on it, it probably didn't cost anything. I'm so cheap. My thing is you could give the best tools to Da Vinci and he'll create just as good art as if you gave him a bunch of crayons, because it's not really the tools that make you a decent artist or a good artist. But I would like to see what Da Vinci came up with when you give him some crayons.
Crayons do suck.
Crayons, best creative tool, NA. IGN gives it 9 out of 10. You know, I have caught you precisely one time during your stream since you got your face cam. I don't know if you're back into the face camming thing. I saw it one time. Speaking of weird reveals, I watched, Giggles got onto his own stream, which I have never seen. Never. And I'm like, okay, let's check this out. He's playing Cuphead. Cuphead is fascinating to me. I could never play it because it's a bullet hell game and I'm too old and slow. But, dude, not the voice I expected. Like, if you'd have polled me beforehand, I would not have come up with that voice. Nope. No, he didn't have a face cam on. I could just hear him. That's what. I don't know what is. That's the first time I ever seen him. I didn't even know if he ever had a face cam. Yeah, like really deep. I was like, whoa, wait, what? Kind of boggled the mind a little bit. I didn't say nothing because dude was busy, you know. So I just chilled out there, said hi, lurked. Gave him one of those good views, you know. All them lurking views. Whoa. That's a cat messing with stuff.
Licking berries out of Garrett's dishes.
Maybe it's my monitor because it looks okay on my iPad. The color. It's hard to even tell what's going on with Scyther because he's painted so faintly. He's got no contrast. Oh, I forgot. I forgot to take a picture. I'm the worst. Waiting for the paint to kind of dry so I can continue the slathering thereof. I'm eating the most unsalted peanuts ever. Record-holding unsalted peanuts. Bad.
What have you eaten? Rancid peanut flour. That stuff is.
I don't want to eat peanut flour, period. My wife is a gluten-free person, so decided to try and make like peanut butter bars or whatever. Is that what they were? Peanut butter and chocolate bars? And to use peanut flour, which is a thing, okay? They basically make milk and flour out of anything they want nowadays. They being scientists or reptilian overlords. So here she's making this thing, and she makes an entire batch of it. It costs like $20 for all the ingredients that goes into these things. It fits into a 13 by 9 pan. She busts it out, gives me a bite. I'm like, whatever. I guess I'm not discerning because everyone else in the house was like, my throat, it burns. This is disgusting. And I did not eat any more after they said that because I thought maybe I dodged a bullet. Turns out the flour, it was rancid. Rancid, like rotten, like a year old. Totally trying to get the money back from that. So who knows if that recipe's any good? Yeah. Yeah. It was the peanut butter bars from hell, or chocolate peanut butter bars, whatever. Did you just try and post a link?
No.
Oh. No, I mean like Marlton. I just saw some asterisks go up. Asterisk I. Asterisk A. Yeah, I don't know. It just says 3 asterisks. Why? Oh, you typed WTF and it was like, no, you're offensive to me. Go away, fat person. And then it was like, not that you're a fat person. I'm just saying. It's a thing we say. Yeah, kind of weird that it didn't like that. I didn't know that I had that as part of the banned words for... I thought I chose only the very worst banned words. Turns out I have that really benign word or phrase or abbreviation on there as well. Watch your mouth. This is like my foundation. Depending on what I try and accomplish, it can take like an hour for one card. Which, I don't know, it's alright, I guess. They called me into the kitchen and gave me some peanut butter. I stuffed it in my mouth and it hit me. This is Obi. This is Obi's account of... Yeah, how bad could it be, indeed?
Seriously, though.
Turns out it could be very bad.
It tasted fine. At first, it tasted fine. And then it just grew gross as it crawled to the top of my mouth and hung out like rancid cardboard.
Rancid cardboard?
It tastes like the taste of cardboard, but it's like got that rancid taste.
I
Like
feel super stupid that I didn't experience any of that.
Look, you picked up a piece of cardboard and poured its oiled milk on it.
Okay, I can still see like words, etc. But that's okay. Because a lot of this is just going to be covered. covered again with actual design, you know. With actual design. I tend to lick my brush. It sounds like a psychological affliction, but it's just the easiest way to get a small amount of not paint onto it so that I can blend easier. So if you ever see my brush disappear like that, I'm usually licking my brush. I'm licking it just to put that image in your brain. I do like to lick my brush, okay? It's something you can do with water-based, but don't try it with oils. All right, let's try and put some crazy rays of explodingness. We'll start out with something a little too bright. Maybe even white. No, I hate doing white. I hate working with white. I have all these paints all over the place and I gotta choose. This is a weird paint. This particular one is super high pigment, so it should be really bright. We're gonna find out. It should be insane, but I don't want to put it on the palette, so I'm just gonna put it in the little holder. This holder that holds it open. So this is just going to be for essentially drawing lines. I mean, like, these are going to be the brightest lines. And we're going to work over these a lot, probably. My paint's in the way. I'm thinking, you know, I gotta constantly be thinking that the rays are emanating from somewhere behind the middle of him. So I got my first shot. Well, I got the only shot. I got the Johnson & Johnson one. So yesterday, I basically felt like somebody destroyed me because my immune system was like, "What's up?" And just, yeah, it was pretty great. So I feel almost 100% today. And I don't know when I can get up to my 80-some%, but I feel like it's going to be awesome. If I send you a few rough sketches, do you think you could turn them into full pieces for me? Yeah. Rebrand my channel. Yeah, actually. How does the paint taste? I missed that question. The paint, evidently my taste though cannot be, like, I'm not going to say whether it's good or bad, but I'll tell you what it tastes like. It depends. I have certain paints that have a transparent quality to them that is meant to be like a wash, it's called, and those taste actually like chemicals. Everything else is almost completely benign. Like, you won't taste it unless it's a metallic paint, in which case that tastes like cancer. Yeah. But yeah, Ro, just send me sketches or whatever, and we'll talk about rebranding. Because yeah, you could really leverage that whole Centurion thing a whole lot harder. Woo, hey, woo. Than you already do. And now that they'll let you change your emotes on the fly, Yeah, it's pretty easy to change those. Got these anime lines. Them anime manga lines, baby. Yeah, send them when you're done. Love to see it. Long lines. Long lines. It's important to make the noises. I get to see how Marlton sketches. Oh my. I just got a notification that one of my clients' print files is not being accepted by the printer, and I can't even imagine why. Literally been doing graphic design for 12 years, worked with 100 different printers easily, and some of them are just boneheaded. Probably means I'm gonna have to jump off stream, go and mess around with their stuff. Just so you know, my best Pokemon in Pokemon Go is, oh god, what does Scyther turn into? Holy crap, why can't I think? Scissor, no. What does Scyther turn into?
Scissor?
It does, okay. God, I just drew this massive blank. Yeah, he just destroys things. They're gonna have to nerf him. Oh, my battery is dying on the iPad. It's because I cranked the freaking brightness so I can see what everyone is saying. See, I think that works. I think that works. So a nice base for all the colors that are going to go over the top of it. So reds and stuff. So going to want it to be reds in the middle part, going out to more oranges and yellows on the outer part. I'm intrigued to see how many sketches, how my sketches look as well. I don't remember the last time I sketched before. Oh. Use the pen tool, dude. That's awesome. There's some analytical stuff. Some people have a real hard time with it. yeah, I'm excited. Put this away. Yeah, well, I mean, like, if you use a mouse with pen tool, that's fine. That's what I do. Thanks, Sandy, for the lurk. I'm going to jump off very quickly anyways. I got to go take care of a print issue for a client. Kind of important. Yeah, get a tablet, man. Get a tablet. But it is kind of one of those things that, oh, yeah, go make lunch. I hope it's awesome. No, it is kind of one of those things like getting a tablet is just a big old expense. Kind of a painful expense. Yay. All right. Thanks for hanging out, making this a good and fun and successful stream. I'm going to go and fix print issues for clients, and it'll be a blast. It'll be just a blast.